Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Welcome back. Wonderful to have you here this beautiful Thursday morning or afternoon, whatever it is where you are. To enter into the kingdom of heaven, you must become like a little child. We know that saying from Jesus. We have to be innocent. We have to be like children, childlike. And that's one of the things that I love about these daily word lessons that we're sharing. For example, today's word is friendly. This sounds like a lesson that my granddaughter, who's in kindergarten, would have in her class. The lesson is, I enjoy being friendly. Doesn't that feel like a kindergarten lesson? But even though it seems simple and seems elementary, it is key. And if we approach it like a child, like a new mind, and just realize this is the basis, this is the foundation to enjoy being friendly. It goes so much deeper than we can imagine. So this morning we're going to sing, as we have been, that lesson together, and I'm going to invite our dear sister Johannes, who is going to come up, and we're going to sing this together, and then she's going to do the lesson with me. So welcome, Johannes. So good to have you.
Gracias.
And we're going to sing it in Spanish as well as in English.
Good morning.
Okay, so you'll catch on very quickly. It's very easy. Here we go. The world is brighter, so much brighter, when I enjoy being friendly. The world is brighter, so much brighter, when I enjoy being friendly. Join us. The world is brighter, so much brighter, when I enjoy being friendly. The world is brighter, so much brighter, when I enjoy being friendly. Today I make a commitment to brighten my corner of the world by being friendly. I am so friendly, it's but a moment to share a caring word. El mundo brilla más cuando disfruto la amistad. 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 Now back to English. The world is brighter, so much brighter, when I enjoy being friendly. The world is brighter, so much brighter, when I enjoy being friendly. The world is brighter, so much brighter, when I enjoy being friendly. The world is brighter, so much brighter, when I enjoy being friendly.
Amen.
So let's hear the daily word. Once again, listen to this with the innocence of a child. I enjoy being friendly. The world is made brighter when people reach out in kindness and love. Today, I make a commitment to brighten my corner of the world by being friendly. It takes only a moment to share a caring word or a considerate act, but it can completely change someone's day. When I get preoccupied with my thoughts, I remind myself that I want to be a welcoming person. I become open and responsive to the world around me. My open-hearted nature is inspirational. I share a laugh and start a chain reaction of joy. I show interest in someone and encourage them to share. Through my openness and welcoming nature, I invite those around me to express their friendliness. And from the book of Micah, he has told you, O mortal, what is good. And what does the Lord require of you but to do justice and to love kindness and to walk humbly with your God. Let's just do the chorus. A bit quieter now that our hearts are open to being friendly. The world is brighter, so much brighter, when I enjoy being friendly. The world is brighter, so much brighter, when I enjoy being friendly. The world is brighter, so much brighter, when I enjoy being friendly. The world is brighter, so much brighter, when I enjoy being friendly. Thank you. I love I love thinking about it in this simple way. You must become like a child to enter into the kingdom of heaven. That means to be innocent. A child is always asking for guidance. What does this mean? What is that? And it looks to one that it knows is there to help, and that the child knows more than them. And this is how we're called to be childlike as well, to always be asking, never to think we know. Children know that they need to learn, and if we approach life in the same way, knowing that we are here to learn and to grow and to be inspired, and that it happens when we surrender and when we ask for guidance. This is how we can become like children again. Do you want to say anything about that?
Yes, I want to share something. The daily word, it says that it takes a moment of kindness or a word to change somebody's day. Well, it takes a smile to change somebody's life, and I'm going to tell you what happened. When my husband and I came here on March for the first time, as this is beautiful community, Namaste, we were in a restaurant, and there was another couple. It was a small restaurant, and I saw this beautiful couple just enjoying themselves, and the woman looked at me and I looked at her and I smiled and I say, hi. She says, hi. That moment of connection, of friendship, of that moment changed our lives. And I'm going to tell you why. We became friends. They started talking with us and we kept in touch. she told us about this realtor. We said we are thinking, we were so in love with Namaste community, my husband and I, that we were contemplating the idea of moving here. We were like, oh my God, do you think it's up? So she told us about this realtor. They just moved here, Ajijic, in December. So Jack and I called the realtor. Well, my dear one, this realtor found us a house here that my husband, the first house that we saw, we were like, this is it. So, a moment of kindness, a moment of connection, just a smile, just a hi, change our lives. That's what it takes.
That's why this lesson is so beautiful, simple, and important, because it's so applicable. And we've been saying that about the unity principles, about the daily word. Many of us here are students of A Course in Miracles. We both are. And in terms of the mind training that the Course brings to us, in my mind, there's nothing like it. It's the highest. But the thing that I love about the daily word is that it's simplicity and its practicality, how you can apply it to your life. And this is a great example. One might read that and say, oh, come on, I enjoy being friendly. I mean, that's not very deep. That's not a very profound lesson. Sure it is.
Yes,
and
it
when
is.
you, but it's only profound when you apply it. You could just read it and say, oh, yeah, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But when in a situation like you were in, or a situation that any of us might find ourselves in today, a smile, a kind word can change everything.
Yes, your life, because this is the life-changing event and application. That's the key. Actually, that's the fifth principle of unity, which is it's not only to know the principles, but it's to apply those principles that you know. It could be Course in Miracles, it could be unity, Buddhism, whatever. But it's the application that really changed our lives. And that's what I did that morning.
So we're keeping it simple today. We always will do that. We're going to focus much more on the application. How do we live this? How do we become vibratory extensions and expressions of these lessons? And in doing so, change our lives and change the world. And that being said, let's turn to someone who I know is a vibratory extension and expansion of a message, especially this lesson. I enjoy being friendly, and that's our dear sister, Vicky. Are you out there, Vicky? Maybe she's not. I didn't check my messages.
He is here. We're actually at Teddy's house, and she is holding her granddaughter, which at this moment is probably really important to her.
Well, then we will turn to you, Brother Teddy.
Well, when you were talking, there's the expression, friendliness is next to godliness.
Love it.
And so you can't get any closer to God than friendliness.
I think that's cleanliness, isn't it? But we can use friendliness. That works as well.
Oh, it's cleanliness? Oh, I thought it was friendliness. Really? You see, you learn something new every day. I better go take a shower and then come back and talk. No, I think, it's true. I'm more of a Course guy, although the stuff that from Unity is really beautiful stuff. And we do get the daily word, we just don't have it here. And one of the things about the lessons is it is the mind training to change our minds about the way we think of the world, so that we do think of it rather as a place of, of murderous rage, as a place where we can look on with different eyes and see in a different way. And that's all the entire 365 lessons are attempting to do, is help us change our mind incrementally and develop a new way of seeing everything. But he does. I mean, one of the things that is mentioned over in the course is the ability for us to be kind, being kind to our brothers, because it's we have spoken about this, before. You can't give what you don't already have. So, doing that brings up your ability to be kind and the expression of the kindness. And that's important that we can see that we have it in us, because so much of what goes on in the world seems to evoke a different sort of feeling and a different understanding. So, keep on keeping on being kind, and cleanliness is next to godliness.
Keep being kind and take a shower every day.
That's right. Twice a day. Once a minute, twice a day. That makes you really kind and really good.
Thank you, Teddy. Yes. Once again, this is so simple, but we look out at the world today, and what do we need more of in this crazy time? We need more kindness. We need to be more friendly to one another. We tend to spend so much time today focusing on the ways that we are different from one another, the different beliefs that we have, the different direction that we are moving. But what transcends that is just being friendly and kind, especially to someone who completely disagrees with you. I mean, what value would there be, such great value, in being present with someone with a completely different political belief than you, or a completely different social or religious belief, and you just listen to them and just be friendly and don't disagree. You don't even need to say, well, this is what I think. Just say thank you. Thank you for sharing that with me. Once again, so simple, but it changes everything.
Yes.
It really changes everything.
Actually, here at Namaste, you feel that. Somebody asked me, how do you feel there when you go to Namaste Village? I said, well, I feel like I am in another planet. So, people are so friendly. There's so much connection, so much smile. Look at that. Look at everybody. Like the smile, the openness, the beauty, the spirit. I mean, it's really God expressing through each one.
You know,
Oh, sorry, Teddy, I accidentally unmuted you. Go ahead, just unmute yourself.
what I wanted to say is, one of the things that I found important to remember, it's really okay to disagree with people's thoughts, but not to disagree that the person's your brother who's giving you the thoughts. We're all brothers and we think differently. And it's okay in conversations to have a conversation about our disagreeing about our thoughts. But remember, the reason why you're having the conversation is because you and your brother are one. And in the recognition of the fact that, we're talking to our brother, is the ability to be kind, even though we're in disagreement about certain aspects of people's thinking. And that's important. It was important for me to remember and learn that I don't have to agree with everything everybody says, but I do have to agree with my brother, and I are one. We're created by the same creator, and we are what love is. And recognizing that, there's room for disagreement, but the hatred's not there. The kindness is there, and the love is there. And that's something important. That's been important for me to learn and important for me to remember.
And a good example of that is with my brother, my younger brother, Kenny, who's 11 years younger than me. And I also have a brother who is now my sister, who's 1 year older, formerly Todd, now Hannah. And Hannah and I, we have the same political beliefs. We're both very liberal. We in many ways, we think very much alike. And my younger brother, we're very, very different. We disagree on most things political, what's going on socially. But the interesting thing is that I'm not really super close to my sister Hannah, who I agree with on most things, but I am super close to my brother Kenny, who we don't agree, and we just let that be okay. We have different beliefs. He has different ways of looking at what's going on and politically, but that's okay because our love for one another is greater than our belief system. Our love for one another, I was going to say trumps our belief system. We'll say transcends our belief system. And that's what's most important.
And that's what makes us rich and beautiful, the differences, the diversity. You know, we speak different languages, there's different race. I mean, the whole world is like a beautiful garden with different flowers,
Yeah.
of different flowers. So that's what makes us great. The differences,
That's right.
the way we express ourselves, or God expresses itself through us.
Yeah.
So
It reminds me of the first time I went to Baghdad. I was the so-called enemy. And I go there to do a peace concert. And I didn't know how people were going to respond to me, but I just brought a friendly, open heart. And what I found was nothing but friendly, open hearts. The people that I met in Baghdad, or that I've met anywhere in the world, including many war zones that I've been in, were no different than the people here at Namaste, because that's what I brought. Because I brought that friendliness, I brought that openness, and so it came back to me.
yeah,
David, did you want to share anything?
you brought love.
Come on up. You can stay. I'll let David sit here.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, how beautiful. One of the things that's taking place in this exquisitely beautiful, simple teaching is a practice of something that is deep in our hearts, that is part of that soul assignment. Friendliness is simply the first step in the erasing of separation. If we start to erase it between you and I, if we start to connect here, what is it that's connecting us? It's that love that we are that flows through it. And suddenly we moved from isolation, separation, to connection. And in that friendliness, when you feel someone, what happens is that change in our feeling world, that delight, that response, that sudden upliftment, that is our spiritual self expanding within our being. And so we're lifted. It lifts our awareness. There's also a physical sense of upliftment.
Mm-hmm.
It's that beautiful, we talk about separation as being our challenge. This is that step. Let me begin to take separation out by simply moving from me to us. It's a beautiful
Because
movement.
this is our nature. This is who we are. It sounds like a cliche. Love is who we are, but it is
who we are.
It is who we
Yes.
are. So that when we open our hearts and we let the barriers to just fall or fail, then we are able to express who we really are, which is love.
And watch how you feel. the movement of spirit through our being raises that feeling of love. It raises that feeling of goodness, of connection, because that is its nature. So we let go of separation by such a simple thing, a moment of friendliness.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, David.
Thank you, David. Thank you, Johannes. Thank you, Teddy. Thanks to all of you. It's, once again, so simple. And now we apply it. Now we allow this message to change not only our lives, but in living this message, we realize that it also changes the world. And that's what we're all about here at Namaste Village.